What is going on, everyone? My name is Rudy, and I want to welcome you to this lesson. This lesson is going to be about getting into fretboard knowledge, and this is something my students are always pursuing. One of the things they always say is that they want to feel free and at liberty to travel through this fretboard. So if that's something that you want to accomplish in your playing this instrument, then you've come to the right place. So this is just going to be a basic intro into fretboard knowledge as far as it comes to my perspective as far as learning the fretboard. And fretboard knowledge is basically is learning the fretboard. And you might be wondering, why is it important to know the fretboard? Why can't I just learn chords? Or why can't I just learn scale patterns? Well, you can. There's no problem with just learning chords, just learning scales, just learning songs, and learning the chords to those songs. It all depends on your goals and your desires to advance on this instrument. It all depends on your goals. So for those that are searching for that liberty to navigate the fretboard and feel like you kind of know where you're going, then this is a great start. So this is just a basic understanding of getting into navigating the fretboard. So if that's something that interests you, stay tuned for this lesson. All right, so the first thing that I like to teach, or one of the first things I like to teach my students, is learning the fretboard. And one of the first things I do is have them find all of the notes of a particular note. So basically what I tell them is look for all the C notes on the guitar, on all 6 strings and all the frets. If your guitar only goes up to maybe only gives you access to get to the 12th fret, like some acoustic guitars, that's okay. Everything after the 12th fret is the same as from the 1st to the 11th. So we're just going to concentrate on up to the 13th. Since we're going to look for all the C notes. Now, I want this to be an exercise for you to help you kind of see where all the notes are on your own. And I'll provide a handout so you can actually see a PDF so you can see where all the C notes are, but I would love for you to apply it to other notes like G or D or A. So a great way to start is learning the open strings. Okay, this is really basic. If this is something you already know, you can kind of fast forward a little bit. But knowing the note names for all the open strings is really important, because from there you can start moving up melodically through the notes. So for example, the 1st and 6th string are E strings. The 5th string is A, 4th string is D, 3rd string is G, 2nd string is B, and once again E for the 1st string. So from there, it's going to help you know what note is next. Now the guitar is spaced out in half steps. So basically from one fret to the next is a half step. So a little bit of music theory: from B to C and E to F, those are half steps. And there's no sharps or flats in between those. Every other note has a sharp or a flat. Or in this case, we'll just deal with sharps. Has a sharp. So if this is E, then the next note, because we're dealing in half steps, remember, would be F. And after that, it'd be F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B, A sharp, B, and then C. Remember, B and C and E and F are spaced out in half steps, so there's no sharp in between. So with that being said, you can apply that concept to all the other strings, and that's going to help you find your particular note. Now, the next step would be finding the notes in particular. Like for this exercise, would be working with the C. So if we go to the 6th string, we already did E, right? We know this is F, this is G, first C. There's a C there. Now we go to the 5th string. We know there's a C here. And I'm going to kind of just go through them just to show you the advantages of knowing where all these, what I like to call root notes are at. So we know there's a C here, here, here. Now the great thing about knowing where all those notes are at is that you can use it as an anchor. What does that mean? It means that it's your home base. From there, you can actually apply whatever you want. And what does that mean? That means you can apply a chord, because the root of this chord is on the 5th string, and that's your C right there. Or you can use that same root note and apply a scale to it, or an arpeggio, right? Or even a pentatonic, or any kind of scale, or different voicings, right? Different. But the basic concept is that that root is acting as the anchor. So whatever shape or pattern happens to be on a 5th string for this particular note, which is C, you can use that. Now you can also not just work in this direction, but you could work in this direction as well. So we have, or now that was all the C major scale. But because I know where all the notes are at. I had my C there, right? And I went up to here, and then I came over here, there's another C, and I went over here to this C, and then this one. So, and since I know there's a C here, I can either do that or see where the C's at. Sorry, it's a corny dad joke. So you can see where all those applications work, because I know exactly where all the C notes are, all the root notes are. So that is a great starting point for learning the fretboard, is finding all those C's.